This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verses 17 and 18. Verse 17, and it reads, For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Verse 18, Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will hardeneth. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. All right, this is your brother Ayashal Barazar from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. All right, I pulled this particular scripture in Romans 9. When you read the whole chapter, beginning at verse 9 on down to I think about verse 24, this is where the Lord is comparing modern day Pharaoh, who is Esau-Edom, the so-called white man, because he's in rulership, to the Pharaoh in Egypt, and this place is also called a spiritual Sodom in Egypt. We know that. All right, and that's what this is. And Egypt simply means house of bondage. All right, but like I said, it's quoting Exodus chapter 9, verses 13 through 17, where Pharaoh just will not do right by the children of Israel and wouldn't let them go. So the Lord is about to make his move. But in that, he said, he had hardened his heart. And I came across this article that shows just that. Now, even though this is in the UK, same thing as in America, wherever Esau rules, because we know that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, according to Job 9:24, and we know that the wicked is Esau-Edom, according to Malachi 1 and 4. All right, so I got this article here. I'm going to go ahead and get into it and put some scriptures to it. It says that the UK will not apologize for role in slavery at Commonwealth Summit. Number 10 says. All right. Goes on, the UK government will not apologize over Britain's role in the transatlantic slave trade at next week's Commonwealth Heads of Government Summit in Samoa, Downing Street has said. Downing Street said on Monday that the government would not be paying reparations for slavery, neither news that neither an apology nor reparations are on the agenda could put Keir Starmer, who will attend the gathering, on a collision with other nations. All right, read that again. Downing Street said on Monday that the government would not be paying reparations for slavery. News that neither an apology nor reparations are on the agenda could put Keir Starmer, who will attend the gathering, on a collision course with other nations. So, hey, this is something. Those of us who understand what is happening, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know there's no amount of money they could pay us for what they did, and this is just the UK. We already know the United States is not going to do it. Despite these little teaser things that this particular candidate is offering now, and then because we know how the system works. All right, we know exactly how it works because she can promise all this stuff, but Congress has to approve it. All right, and once again, we know you have all this repealing of DEI stuff. Nothing special for group, especially us. It's really against Jake. Okay, no big deal. All right, continue on with the article. All three candidates to succeed Patricia Scotland as the Commonwealth Secretary General have said they support reparations for countries affected by slavery and colonization. All right. King Charles is also due to attend the summit. Last year, he said he felt the greatest sorrow and regret at the wrongdoings for atrocities suffered by Kenyans during their struggle for independence from British colonial rule. He's talking about the Kenyans. This is about the transatlantic slave trade. All right, Kenyans were not on the transatlantic slave trade. You know, these weren't, those were the Israelites that were part of that. And we know that, this is never going to happen because they actually wore this insignia, Jamaica, Governor General insignia badge is racist. And this is, a picture of supposed to be the Archangel Michael stepping on the head of a black man. And we know that, Michael is not pale. The description of the angels is given in Ezekiel 1, as burnished brass. Okay, we know what burnished brass looks like. It's a brown, deep dark brown. Okay, not like this pale bastard here on the screen stepping on Jake's head. All right, and got a little article on that as well too. All right, Governor Patrick Allen, and here he is giving it to this that old bitch that croaked the queen not too long ago, and this looks like this could be a chocolate covered Edomite right here. All right, but he's installed. Okay, it says Jamaica's Governor General will no longer wear the royal insignia for personal use that depicts Archangel Saint Michael trampling Satan, who is drawn with dark skin. All right, made them the Archangel Michael white. But, that's what we know according to Job 9 and 24. He said they would cover the faces of the judges thereof. That's another clue that Esau-Edom is the wicked. We know who's in rulership, who's the earth's hand is in the hand of right now. All right. We know the power was in their hand. So yeah, that's that piece of crap. This thing right here. See if I can, blow it up there on the screen so you can see it. Yeah, she wore that on her royal apparel. If I find the what that means that's going around that badge, I'll put it in the description box along with the link of both of these all three of these articles. Showing this insignia. Okay, let's get back to the article, starting back here. King Charles is also due to attend the summit. Last year, he said he felt the greatest sorrow and regret at the wrongdoings for atrocities suffered by Kenyans during their struggle for independence from British colonial rule. Well, we're not thinking about Ham. Ham had a lot to do with us selling us to the Edomites. All right. However, he stopped short of an apology, which was criticized as a miss by human rights organizations in Kenya. An apology would have needed to be agreed upon by the ministers. Yeah, anyway. All right. It says the UK government has confirmed to the BBC that even if the issue of historical links to slavery is raised at the summit, there are no plans for a symbolic apology. And that's modern day Pharaoh, Esau-Edom, hardened his heart. They know what they did. They know how it has affected us. Even to this day. Over here in Babylon and over there. Look up stories. If they lose a soccer game, they take it out on Jake. Not only the players, but the civilians. Who are watching the game at a pub or something. All right. Just non-stop. Terrorizing a Jake. All right. That's okay. That's all right. We know what's going to happen here real soon. All right. Continuing on, there was speculation that the newly elected Labour government would apologize over Britain's role in the transatlantic slave trade. Last year, a number of backbench Labour MPs, including Bell Ribeiro Addy, called for an apology to be party policy. However, Downing Street appears to be continuing the policy of the previous conservative government. Last year, Rishi Sunak rejected the idea of apologizing and said, trying to unpick our history is not the right way forward. See, yet they will tell us to remember that that hoax around World War II. You know, um, I have an article. We know, there were 3.9 million in Auschwitz according to the 1939 census. 3.9 million of them. Yet 6 million of them supposedly perished in that event. That math is not mathing. All right. If the only 3.9 million in Auschwitz at the time, yet 6 million passed, I mean, hey, you do that math, we know y'all don't get down like that. You're not multiplying like that. All right. That means over a very, very short period of time, that 3.9 million had to quadruple in order to have what you have right now. But here again, if you are truly the people, why are you taking that census? That's against the scriptures. The Bible says we are an innumerable multitude. We like the sands of the sea, the stars of heaven, the hairs on the head. They cannot be numbered. They cannot be counted. Okay? You call yourself the people. You weren't supposed to be part of that census. All right? Continuing on, in 2006, Tony Blair called the slave trade a crime against humanity in an article in the New Nation, but fell short of issuing an apology, despite pressure from campaigners and the Archbishop of York. All right. A year later, when asked why he had previously stopped short of apologizing during a news conference with Ghana's then president, John Kufuor, Blair said, "Well, actually, I have said it. We are sorry, and I say it again now." Hey, man, fuck that dude, Tony Blair. Let me show you what he's about. He's full of shit, too. This is the board of directors for the ADL. And, of course, you see this bald-headed bitch right here to the right, Jonathan Greenblatt, the Amalekite, okay? He's right on that board of directors. And scroll down here. Look at there. That could be a melanated Edomite right there, that Bernard Taylor. But who knows? He's low on the totem pole. But look here. Your special advisor for global affairs, Tony Blair. And what's that global affair? We know, when it comes to the whole anti-Sem thing, who they're coming after first. They have been caught in their lies, and he's going to be heading that up. Special advisor for global affairs. Yeah, fuck him too. All right. Back to the article. Starmer's official spokesperson said on Monday that the Prime Minister would be in Samoa to discuss the shared challenges and opportunities faced by the Commonwealth, including driving growth across our economies. Some UK institutions have begun the process of paying reparations unilaterally. The Church of England has pledged to put together a some kind of fund, whatever that is, to address its role in the legacy of slavery. Last year, The Guardian apologized for the role played by the newspaper's founder in the transatlantic slavery, and announced pound 10 something plus program of restorative justice. Labor's decision to maintain the stance of previous conservative governments that reparations are not even an issue to discuss risks angering some Commonwealth countries before the summit. And so it's, they say it's a risk. They're not going to pay this stuff back. This is Esau-Edom. We saw, we see what the United States is doing, which is born out of Britain. Okay. I know it doesn't apply, but as a mother is, so is a daughter. I think that's Ezekiel 16:44, that proverb. So the daughter is going to act just like the mother. All right. It says, among its tasks is to pick a new Secretary General in place of Scotland, the British peer and former Attorney General who has been in the role since 2016. Okay. Last month, the candidates who are in the running to replace Scotland, who are from Gambia, Ghana, and Lesotho, all back the idea of financial reparations or another kind of reparative justice from the countries that had engaged in slavery and colonization. The UK is facing increasing pressure internally and from other countries to consider the issue. Last year, the All-Party Parliamentary Group for African Reparations held a conference in London to agree a full reproach in pushing on the issue. All right. And this is just some information down here saying the article was amended to remove some unrelated stuff. But they said they're not going to apologize. They're not going to pay any reparations. But you got some who plan to do that. And let me just get that, because the scripture said that was going to happen too. Let me see. I think it's in Job 20:10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Go ahead and grab that. Okay. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Well, this is, just saying a point blank period. Yeah, they're going to try to do something, but it doesn't matter. You're going to restore that wealth, when you go into slavery. Point blank period. Being nice, these little tokens of, you can't pay back what you did. We know in the United States you can't. This economy is about to crash due to the BRICS. I did a video not too long ago that 40 acre and a mule that was vetoed by Andrew Johnson after Lincoln was assassinated. That 40 acres and a mule, as of 2015, from the point that it was promised, that would be worth $6.4 trillion. Okay, anyone who would have received that. Okay, with that kind of money, they couldn't do anything. And we didn't have that kind of money in the early 1900s. But they saw the power that Jig had. When you had those communities that were thriving well, that they came in and destroyed, by the hands of the U.S. government. All right. So yeah, this article, is proven, that Esau-Edom is is a modern day Pharaoh. All right. He's hardened his heart. He will not apologize nor give reparations. Okay. But we already know what's coming. We already know what's coming. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse it's like at 21. Go back. Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And it reads, "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, shall surely be put to death." All right. And we know there are Israelites over there right now. Like I just said, every time they lose a soccer game, they go after Jake for sport, after the players and even the civilians who are watching the game at a bar or something. You shall surely be put to death. That's the reparations right there. All right. And we know We're under Edom. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33, 34. And it reads, verse 33, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. We're here, A lot of the northern kingdom is over here now with that migrant situation. All right? Over here, Babylon the Great, aka America. They refused to let them go. Isn't that the same thing that ancient Pharaoh said? Let my people go. And they wouldn't do it. Okay? It says, their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, bring judgment. Okay? That he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Defeat Babylon, okay? Which is America, which is run by Edom, okay? Truly controlled by the small hats, as we can see, those 1948ers. But just going to approve, this. And we know, in Psalms 137, clearly associates Edom with Babylon. All right. Psalms 137, clearly, because when we were in the ancient Babylonian captivity, that was under Chaldeans. All right. Not the Edomites. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna come back, and the Lord said in that Romans 9, 17, and 18, that he will have mercy on whom he have mercy, and he's going to harden who he's going to harden. Okay, who is he going to have mercy on? Okay, like I said, that Romans 9 is talking about Jacob and Esau. Okay, you got the vessel of honor, which is Jacob or Israel, and the vessel of dishonor, which is Esau-Edom, the so-called white man. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 14, again in verse 1, and it reads, For the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will have mercy on Jacob. Okay? That's who he's going to have mercy on. Jacob. And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Okay? I've cut that the people in the land right now are not them. Scriptures say all 12 tribes will be in that land. There is no 12 tribes of Jewish. It says all 12 tribes. The gates will have the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's Revelation 21 and 12. Okay? We know the 144 rulers and judges, are going to come out of it's going to be 12,000 men from the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? According to Revelation 7. All right? Israel only. All right? It says, continuing verse 1, it says, And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Those are the strangers who were in the strange lands, estranged from the commonwealth of Israel, but are Israelites, according to Ephesians 2, chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. All right? Verse 2, And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Y'all going into slavery. Point blank, period. So, fuck what you're talking about not paying, not apologizing, not paying any reparations. We know what's going to happen. This is prophecy right here. All right. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and rule, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You got it coming. What you did to us, we're going to do to you, but in righteousness. Okay? Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, mainly in Babylon the Great and in the other areas of the earth where Esau-Edom is ruling and where we're subjugated, like, in that article in the UK. Okay? It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased and the golden city ceased? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to destroy you and take you out of power. That's how it's going to cease, according to the scriptures. Okay? He's about to take you out of power. All right? That's how it's going to cease. And we know that. Going with the next scripture. He says, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Okay? The staff of the wicked. Those are things that show rulership. And the scepter of the rulers. You're going to be taken out of power. Daniel 4:17 says, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. He setteth up them over the bases of men. Who's in rulership right now? The base man. Esau-Edom, the so-called white man. All right? According to Malachi 1:4. He's called the base man in Job 30:8. Okay? Children of fools. All right? But, the scriptures also say, that the fact that he ruleth, in the kingdom of men. All right? He set it up, and he ruleth in it, He also said that you have bounds that you cannot pass, according to Job 14:5. All right? And that time is almost up. The elites know that. Okay? You low-level Edomites kind of sense it in your spirit, especially now what's trending, you don't like to be called Edom. And we also are seeing now that you don't like to be called European Americans. Yeah. European Americans. You like to hyphenate everybody else. Asian American, Chinese American, African American. But you just want to call yourself American. Well, you weren't here first either. You're not indigenous to this land. How you like that byword? We know you don't like it. European American. So what? You gonna eat it. All right? And, like I said, your time is coming. You going into slavery. Just like you had us. All right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 149. Salakia. Begin in verse 6. And it reads, let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand. This is the nation of Israel, okay? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute judgment upon to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And who are the saints? One chapter prior to this, Psalms 148, verse 13 and 14. The nation of Israel. Those are the saints. And what's the judgment written? First Esau-Edom is going into slavery. Okay? And then you're going to be rounded up. and done away with. You know, you can get that going into slavery, Revelations 13, 9, and 10. You know, he who led into captivity shall go into captivity. He who killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. This is the faith and the patience of the saints. Revelation 13 and 10. Okay, you're going to serve twice as long and twice as hard, according to Revelation 18, 5, and 6. All right, and then according to Obadiah 1 and 18, you know, northern kingdom, southern kingdom, going to be one nation, you know, round you up and burn you up out of existence. You will never exist anymore. All right, the kingdom is going to be ours. You know, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is beginning of it that followeth. You coming out of you going out of existence. Okay, but you're gonna pay first. All right, just to prove you going out of existence. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, beginning at verse 6, and it reads, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reaches unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Like, you know, and that dung is pretty much shit. Poo-poo. All right? You ever seen poo-poo on the ground? Okay? Begins to dry up, wither away, disappear. All right? And, you know, it's no longer there. Which, you know, it goes on to say, Job 20 and 7. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? You're going to be gone. No more so-called white people. That's going to be great. You the cancer of this earth. All right? Verse 8. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Gone. Vanished. Poof. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Verse 9. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Everything you had is gone. All the riches you took is gone. Coming back to us, the rightful rulers of the earth, as we were supposed to be from the beginning. And it's here. Let me close out with this. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 10 and verse 8. And it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. We're going to get everything back and double. You know, scriptures say, I have not seen nor ear have heard the things that he has prepared for us. You know, far beyond what we thought was rich on this place, in this place. All right? So yeah, keep your fucking apology. Keep your fucking reparations. We don't want it. You know, we don't want it. Besides, we know it's not coming according to the curses. You know, scriptures saying in the curse of Deuteronomy 28:68, which is talking about the transatlantic slave trade, says, no man shall buy you. That word buy goes into the Hebrew word kala, which means redeem. Okay? And who was our Redeemer? The Holy One of Israel. He says, no man shall buy you. What did he say? Isaiah 47. All right. I will not meet thee as a man. So that's just proof. Okay. That it's going to take the Lord to get us out of this and put us back in our rightful place as kings and priests unto him and rulers of this of the world forever and ever and ever. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah. We got next. Shalom.